Good morning. I've been doing sub-only chats this morning. I did 2 sub-only videos for y'all. But let's talk about Texas and the corruption of Texas and the poor leadership of Texas. Guys, remember, I do believe during the wildfires that we had in West Texas, Greg Abbott was MIA through that, or at least the first part of the fires. Y'all know when natural disasters occur, red states will have those hands out, to get those dollars. And most of the time, they don't do the right things in helping the citizens of their state with the money they receive. They delay it all. Or they do like Greg Abbott did, and you have to sign a contract saying you won't boycott Israel. Anyhow, Biden blames Texas official for delay of federal response to Beryl. Now, Greg Abbott was MIA. He was over in Asia. Of course he was. And then we have acting Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, who should have stepped up to the challenge, but he did not. Again, the whole Republican regime's policies are to keep the people poor, sick, hungry, devastated, divided, and uneducated. In parentheses, indoctrinated, with PragerU or their version of the King James Bible. They delayed help getting to the people of Texas. You can go read about it here in the Texas Tribune. And of course, Lieutenant Dan is now blaming Biden for making this political. Well, by God, Lieutenant Dan, Greg Abbott, if y'all would do your jobs properly, that's right, maybe it wouldn't have turned political. Again, you want those federal funds to do whatever y'all do with them. It's slow getting to your constituents' hand as they need help. And just think, you do away with things like feeding the hungry children at the schools, or 900,000 people that have been kicked off the Medicare roll. I could go on and on with Greg Abbott, Lieutenant Dan, and Ken Paxton's failures. The impeached Ken Paxton, who took a plea deal for security fraud charges. Why? Because he was guilty. Please go read this whole article with Greg Abbott out of the country on economic development trip in Asia. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick has served as acting governor amid the storms, making him responsible for putting in the state's request for aids. So, again, it is our Texas officials who keep failing here in Texas. Pretty sad that the President of the United States had to call the Houston Chronicle to get the attention of the leadership, the poor leadership of Texas attention.